Welcome to this Farm Advisory Service video on the 13-day standstill regulations. These are relevant to all livestock keepers moving animals on and off holdings. In this video you will learn the basic principles of the regulations surrounding the 13-day standstill, the exemptions and the details of how to apply for a separation agreement. As an infectious disease control measure, animals which are moved onto the holding from a market or another holding triggers a 13-day standstill period for the holding and impacts on all cattle, sheep and goats maintained on that holding, whether you own the stock or whether they belong to a fellow grazier. Pigs trigger a 20-day standstill when they are moved onto premises, and this 20-day standstill will also apply to any cattle, sheep or goats on the holding. This effectively means if you purchase sheep from a breeding sale, you cannot move any other animals off the holding within 13 days. However, there are some exemptions to this rule. Animals moving directly to a slaughterhouse. Animals can still be moved direct to slaughter when the rest of the holding is under a 13-day standstill restriction period. Animals moving between holdings occupied by the same person or business. These movements are exempt from the 13-day standstill between holdings within the same IACS business. Animals moving to a show or exhibition. This only applies to the first show or exhibition within a 13-day period. Subsequent shows within the same 13-day period will invoke a standstill on their return home. The most common exemption reasons have been described, but there are many others. A full list of standstill exemptions can be found on the Scottish Government website, or you can contact your local animal health office for clarity. In addition to the exemptions, standstill periods may be avoided if there is an authorised separation agreement in place. An authorised separation agreement ensures that only animals held within the approved separation facility are subject to a standstill period. This allows the rest of the holding to continue to operate normally with no restrictions. Alternatively, animals to be moved off a holding could be held in an authorised separation facility prior to an on-movement to ensure that they would not be caught by any standstill triggered by the oncoming livestock. This would ensure these animals could move off unaffected by the standstill restrictions imposed on the rest of the holding. To apply for a separation agreement, you must complete an application form which must be sent to your local Scottish Government Agriculture and Rural Economy Office for authorisation. This must be done prior to any movement that will invoke a standstill taking place. Separation agreements cannot be backdated and they will need renewed annually. Within this application, you will be expected to nominate a separation facility. This could be an entire holding, a field, or an agricultural building. A nominated separation facility must avoid any nose-to-nose contact with other animals on the holding. If the separation facility is a shed, you must avoid any shared airspace between animals being held in separation and other animals on the holding. This video is part of a livestock record keeping series, including videos on cattle and sheep movements. Please do not hesitate to contact the FAS helpline should you require any further information on this subject.